It's Pete from Cheap Homesteading. I'm in the garage this morning and I'm working on some bee equipment. This is actually a last minute change to my bee equipment. We're coming into the end of May, even though it's not warmed up too much yet. But the bees are getting stronger and they're getting to the level where they're going to want to start swarming. And that is the best time to start making splits. Making queens, because the bees want to start doing that. It's always good to do it when the bees want to do it naturally. So last year I had tons and tons of losses. I only have 3 hives left, and I sat here and I was thinking, what am I gonna do? This year I have to make 3 hives into as many hives as possible, and that it can make as much honey as possible. So what I'm gonna do is I've ordered my first 3 queens to go on top of my original 3 hives. So I'm going to turn them into double queen hives. In a beehive you'll have 1 queen normally, and if you put another queen in there, one of them will kill the other one. So you'll be down to 1 queen, which defeats the whole purpose. So there is ways to get around that. If a swarm of bees move into a wall, they start growing and it starts expanding. The farther it gets away, somehow the colony gets split up a bit. The bees on the far side of the honey will notice, whoa, we don't have a queen, they'll make a queen. So you'll have a queen here, you'll have honey, and a queen here. So naturally a beehive may end up having multiple queens, but they're separated by honey. That is the principle behind a 2-queen colony, is that you've got to make a barrier, either a natural one or an unnatural one. There's one type of 2-queen colony, which is basically 1 box, an excluder, a box of honey, an excluder, and then you put the other colony on top. So you have a colony on the bottom with honey and excluders and a colony on top. So the queen can't get to the other one, and they lay as 2 separate entities but have 1 workforce. Their population will be massive, and you keep putting honey supers on top. The big problem is the thing will be 10 feet tall and you'll be trying to take honey supers off. So that's kind of detriment to actually doing that type of 2-queen colony. I don't know if it would fit with my system having 4 hives on a pallet. So I looked on the internet and I found a system that I think would work best for my operation, because my beehives are 4 beehives on a pallet, 2 facing forward, 2 facing backward. So I kind of want to have that configuration, so when I take the honey supers off, I have 2 separate hives again. So if I had them all in one line, the bees wouldn't know where the entrances are. I'm going to show you what I found, and I'm going to show you what equipment I need to make this happen. So let's go. So basically, you're going to have 1 hive here with 1 queen, 1 hive here with another queen. You're going to have an excluder in the middle, so the queen can't get out of here and can't come through here, so they have separate boxes. The workforce can get from this hive body and from this hive body, and they will just share the honey stores. And I can stack up the honey stores as I need them. So I have to make this work with the equipment I have. And the main issue is I need small side covers. I need a lid that'll cover up each side. So that's what we're going to make today. So now we're going to have to put pieces of wood on the edge to give it a little bit of rigidity so it'll be strong and it won't warp. I got some 2x6s, so we're going to rip them up and we're going to use them as the edge pieces. I found that 2x6s or whatever are the best value for the amount of wood you get and how clear it is. So Basically, this piece is going to be stripped down to 3/4 of an inch, and those are going to be my side pieces. And then I will put these down to 3/4 of an inch, and they'll be my end pieces. I've cut them to the length already. I'm going to rip them down on the table saw. Get the crown stapler. Crown stapler is so handy to have because you can assemble hive components double, triple as fast if you just get a crown stapler. And this one's a cheap one. This is a Campbell Hosfield. Okay, so we're gonna get safety glasses and we're gonna start assembling. Find the good side of the plywood, which both sides aren't that great, but fit really good. The only thing I want to change is, a lot of people were saying that, you know, like the bees will fill in the hole on the inside, so you're not going to get water in the hive, but I'm not a fan of that. What if you go through the hive and then it just starts raining? They won't have time to do that. So what I think I'm going to do is put a little angled edge that's stapled to the lid. So even if it pours and pools here, it has a chance to pour off here before it leaks into the hive. Now I'm going to try to find the middle, but I'm going to cut it on an angle so I have two sloped pieces. Okay, so there you go. That's what I was looking for. So if it's raining, most of the water goes to this side and runs off and not into the hive. So I think that's going to work real good. Pretty much finished the double hive half lids. I miscalculated some of the wood. I thought I'd get more wood out of a bunch of 2x6s than I did. You know, when you're cutting little pieces, you don't imagine that it would use too much wood, but it uses more than you think. I need a couple more 2x6s. And I'm going to cut them up and just, it's basically assembly after that. So that's not a big deal. I don't need these till my second round of splits anyways. My first round, I'm going to make them double queen, but I'm going to stack them on top of each other. It has been still very cold in the mornings and I don't want to split them up too much so they can't keep their brood warm. So I'm going to leave them vertically so they can heat both hives at the same time. I haven't ran double queen hives, so this is a little bit of a new experience for me. But we're going to see how it works out. So you guys have a good one.